Welcome to ImageTek Manufacturing. We are here in Springfield, Vermont. We are so pleased that you are here with us. I think I've spoken to people from Manitoba, Seattle, Texas, Indiana, Illinois, Orlando, Ukraine, New York, Pennsylvania, where did I miss? Vermont. Vermont, of course. We are so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it tremendously. We have been working so hard to prepare this event for you, and it is an honor to have you, our first visitors, into our brand new factory space. So you are the first to see this new factory expansion at ImageTek. So thank you. And a week ago, it was a little bit not clear that it was going to look this amazing this quickly. So do not lean on any new doorways. You can ask my friend George. Where are you, George? If I'm serious or not, he's back there in the back. George from Orlando. I remember Jeff before him yesterday. We've been hustling to get this space ready for you. This is a clean, modern manufacturing space that takes ImageTek from where it was to be able to do things like manufacture drones for our customers. It would not be possible for us to do this without the incredible grit, heart, and dedication from this ImageTek team. I'm so lucky to get to work with people here who are doing all kinds of things that wouldn't really fit in their job description, right? So I have salespeople running out and picking up supplies at Best Buy. I have head of engineering on top of the scissor lift, and our general manager driving a fork truck. There's just a distinct lack of "it's not my jobism," and a distinct presence, abundance of "is this good enough? What can I do to help? Can we make it a little better?" I can't tell you how big of a deal that is. It is not just something to take for granted. This workforce, this team here is really a team that wants to deliver a world-class event for all of you. So thank you all at ImageTek for what you've been doing to make this happen today. Many of you have been on tour, not everybody has. There will be another chance to do so for those who want to see how things are made. I'm a manufacturing person, so I geek out when I get to see how things are made. So if you're like me, there'll be another chance. ImageTek is a 30-year-old manufacturing company led by the Hathaways for 30 years. Mike is here. Raise your hand, Mike. And you're here. We started as a circuit board assembly company, and over the years we've invested in and expanded on our capabilities. In this space here, we are manufacturing circuit boards, cables, harnesses, and we're doing light assembly. We also make our printing equipment here. We have another factory down the street. Some of you went there by mistake this morning. At 280 Clinton Street, there we make labels and die cuts. So as we grow, we're expanding in all of those areas. We're a contract manufacturer, so not everybody here is in manufacturing, so I want to explain what that means. Our customers come and they have a product, and they want somebody to make it for them. For a very long time, companies have thought, well, I'll just go to China where it's easy to manufacture something. This company has a broad base of capabilities, so you can come with a device, an idea, a product you want to launch in the market, and ImageTek can make that for you here in Vermont, right? So you want help machining some parts, we have machinists that we can work with. You want the labels to be local, the labels to be local. You want help picking materials that will work in your device, we'll help you with that. We'll design a production process for you. You will not design it for ourselves, so we're not designing it for you. You design it, we build it. That's what we're doing here at ImageTek. Ceres, we're so excited to be here today with Ceres, and I am not going to explain how amazing this drone is. They designed this drone that's revolutionizing the agricultural industry, and we're just so excited to get to be a part of it. So you saw our prototype, the start of our production line here. The circuit boards will be made here. Assembly will be made here. We'll do test before we ship it to you. So when you have a question about something about how it's made, you've been here. We'd invite you back. We'd love to show you again as it evolves. We are in investment mode. So why would you invest in your manufacturing? Right? Why? We want to delight our customers. We want them to come with more and more complex problems, more and more advanced products, and solve for that in the manufacturing context. So we're investing to delight our customers, to make it easy for them to bring their products to market. When we make it easy for them, we grow. When we grow, we're happy. Right? So we get to hire people, create jobs, create opportunities, train people. It's a wonderful ecosystem. We're growing with our old customers, our existing customers, and we're so pleased to be partnering with Ceres and growing with Ceres. We're so excited about what they're doing. In 2025, what does investment mean? We increased our workforce by 40%. That meant hiring 22 people. We've invested $4 million in equipment and facilities. Not all of that is ceiling paint. It is also new production lines, a new circuit board line, a new label line, new die cutting equipment. It is also this space and renovating the space. We crossed a milestone. Number 2, we are a 2-site company now. So we are both in Springfield, Vermont, but we have 2 manufacturing locations. Our old manufacturing location was 20,000 square feet. This one is 40,000 square feet. So you're seeing that we have tripled our manufacturing space. So Ceres can make their drone bigger if they want, right? We will have a little bit of space for them to continue to grow with us. The space, just the building that you're in, we have hopes to expand beyond where we are today. So what you can do, what can I do to help, you might be thinking. You can scan that QR code and sign up for buying a drone. And then we will be able to help you grow, and you'll be able to help us grow. We want to, again, we're so excited that you're here with us. We're celebrating the launch of this revolutionary drone in the market. Josh will talk more about that. Before I let Josh on, I want to mention some of our community partnerships. There is not a business out there that can have big, ambitious goals that isn't a part of a community. Our workers live here, we live here. Our talent comes from here. And then there are all sorts of things that we just don't know how to navigate without some help from our community. Nobody is as successful on their own as they could be with an ecosystem around them, and we are finding a wonderful ecosystem here in Vermont. Always have, and in the last year with our bigger ambitions, we continue to be really impressed with all the wonderful support that we get from the community. We contribute back, we're members of local community organizations, and we contribute to the community as well. One of the fun things that we've done for years is sponsor the local high school drone team. So it's really fun. They won nationals this year. How cool is that? And now we're making drones in their town. And so we will be having an event with them so that they can really be interacting with what's going on in this space. A lot of Ceres customers, I think, are coming from small towns too, right? And Springfield, somebody asked me today, Dan, I think, from us, why Springfield? Why Vermont? I feel like I drove through a bunch of other places on my way here that had a lot more factories. Why are you in Vermont? Well, Vermont, Springfield is actually an old manufacturing town. This big factory building is an old machine tool factory. There's a lot of manufacturing talent here in this community. It's underutilized. Underutilized. Every small town in America feels underutilized these days, maybe looked over. There are comments like flyover country. It's just, Vermont, why not Vermont? There is no reason that you can't get what you want in Vermont. So why Vermont? No, why not Vermont? Why not Vermont with ImageTek? So, and we're here to deliver that with you, and we hope to make Vermont and Springfield an even bigger manufacturing hub than it once was, but in the new way, in clean and modern, state-of-the-art, high-tech. Again, the team, you see pictures around of all the things that have been ongoing here. Huge shout out to this team. Thank you so much. And to all of you, welcome, welcome. We are so happy you're here. From us to you, we're very glad that you are here. Before I let Josh on, I want to remind you of the agenda. So after he's done speaking and introducing what you're really here for, the drone, and we'll have an opportunity again for anybody who missed a tour to go on a short tour, and then we'll start flying drones. So the drone flights will be out to the door over here. If you need anything, there are lots of people walking around with ImageTek vests. Please find one of them if you have questions.
Good afternoon, folks, and thank you to all of you who could join us here in Springfield, Vermont, and all of you joining us out there on the live stream. We welcome you to an acre of American concrete and the Ceres product launch. Continue to have technical difficulties. Welcome to an acre of American concrete and a home to the Ceres product launch. Others talk about the American made. We built the place. Much more than a foundation, this is 40,000 square foot of proof that we are who we say we are, and that we're going to deliver on the promises I made today. No spins, no compromise, and absolutely no bullshit. My name's Josh Robinson. I am the CEO and co-founder of Ceres Air. As I stand here today, we may not be 100% American made, but we will be. Let me tell you how. First off, let's all agree on what it means to be American made. Raise your hand if you've ever bought something American made only to find a made in China sticker somewhere in that box. Go ahead, name. At Ceres, we exist to end that charade. Starting today, we're not launching a product, we're launching a promise, man. I've seen too many farmers, some of them my family members, let down by faceless corporations making false promises about products they never intend to stand behind. That's one of the reasons why we built Black Betty, to give people we care about a tool that they can trust, built by people they can meet who truly understand their world. I'm talking about values that lead down from the top of the organization to every aspect of our delivery, not just a clever marketing ad with a catchy jingle. We've all seen the ads, 100% American made, and we're sold because there's eagles flying over wheat fields and Neil Diamond playing in the background. But the truth is, that item was made about as far away from America as possible with a sticker that says assembled in the USA. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Kung Pao chicken, but here at Ceres, we're not wrapping our drone in a flag and calling it American. We're building it piece by piece right here, and you can see our progress. All right, first one up, that's our flight controller. It's made by TT Electronics. Yes, the same TT Electronics that's building the flight controllers for our F-18s and our F-35s. The next thing that you see, that's our power distribution board. It's also made by our friends at TT Electronics. Did I forget to mention, they're located in Cleveland, Ohio? Those, final picture, that's our ESCs. Those ESCs are going to be made right here in this factory by our partners at ImageTek. Those boxes over there come from a factory about an hour from here. The pallets, man, they were actually delivered by a 91-year-old man that's a friend and a neighbor of Jen, who helped set up a lot of this here today, man, which is amazing to me, man. So the spray tanks, man, they will also be made right here. This battery that you all can't see because of the speaker, man, it says made in China, because that's where we have to go today to get it, man. And I'm not going to peel off the sticker and pretend that it says South Dakota. I keep it there as a reminder of just how far we still have to go. Here's the map, straight as cornrows in Iowa. 30% of this drone today is made by cost in the United States. 60% of it is assembled right here under these lights. 100% of our software, our data, our IP is on AWS servers located here in Virginia, not on a server farm in Shenzhen. That 30% number on the slide, it will not be going down. It's going to be on our website. Our goal every day is to find a way to make that number climb. You'll be able to follow our progress. You'll see every new part that we put on this drone, and if we miss a milestone, you'll see that miss in real time and hear what steps we're taking to get back on track. Because while we clearly understand not being American-made today, we simply cannot understand those who feel it's appropriate to pretend that they are. Before we go any further, let's talk about where we're at. This isn't just a building. This is ImageTek's newest 40,000 square foot expansion. Just days ago, they were at 20,000 square feet. But just over a year ago, they proudly committed to tripling down on American manufacturing. They found this building, they built the walls, they renovated the concrete, installed new HVAC, and stood this place up because they believe in the same thing that we do. If you're going to build it here in America. To ImageTek, our manufacturing partners, our neighbors, our friends, we sincerely thank you. The ImageTek team didn't just give us a factory. They gave us a home. They gave us their team. They gave us their engineers. They gave us our machinists. They gave us their night shift heroes that are taking our raw materials and turning them into flight. And they gave it to us right here in Springfield. Let me tell you a little bit about Springfield. This isn't a town that talks big. It's a town that builds big. It's referred to as the birthplace of the American tool industry. This area is home to people who build things, really build things. Long before farmers dreamed of tractors and before the Wright brothers invented an airplane. We're talking about generations of skilled hands that have kept the lights on through ice storms, helped crank out parts during World War II, and helped this country thrive through recessions. Just a few weeks ago, in this building, I got to watch crews of workers working side by side as they polished this concrete, sanded the drywall back there while receiving new machines and installing the data lines that you see here. That's Springfield, and that's the spirit behind Black Batty. Ceres is proud. Ceres is proud to have skilled American hands assembling our drones. This community does it with precision and a stubborn kind of excellence that doesn't need me to market it or for me to prove it. We didn't pick Springfield because it was convenient to get to. As all of you all know who traveled here today, we picked it because they earned it. Because when we said we wanted to build drones with honest partners, the team at ImageTek, the folks of Springfield, rolled up their sleeves, called in their neighbors, and built this place from the ground up because that's what Springfield does. So, what have we built together? Let's talk and see the results. So, those of you on the live stream, you can see Black Batty. So, Batty Stacked is a real game changer. She has a 40-gallon tank, 4 atomizing nozzles, has a 53-gallon spreader, 70-inch carbon fiber props, 616 pounds of maximum takeoff, 397-pound payload, and she'll fold and fit in your pickup truck. This isn't a drone, this is your new workhorse. Black Batty is literally stacked to the tits. 8 stacked motors running on 2 38,000 milliamp batteries. She provides 375 pounds of thrust per arm, built for that reliability and trust that our customers demand. All right, so I'm going to click through the slides here. So I said 40-gallon spray tank. We've got an 11-gallon flow rate. Okay, we've got rear nozzles. In a 4, you all can see the four array nozzles that we have. So We've got dual atomizing centrifuge nozzles that give us that 50 to 500 micron droplet that we look for that precision spray. Along with that, we've got magnetic impeller pumps, 2 flow meters, which is super important. That way we can get that precise operation that we're looking for. Along with that, this drone is equipped with LiDAR on the front. It has 365 wave radar. It also has rear radar. So those of you all that need to back up. So we've got a front FPV camera that has a 170-degree vertical view, along with lights for night flight. So powerful performance. We've got safety redundancies built in. Someone asked me earlier, what happens if a motor goes out? She keeps flying. What happens if 2 motors go out? She keeps flying. I will say that it needs to be 30 gallons or less, but you can actually fly this drone with 30 gallons or less with only 4 motors. It truly has that safety that we were looking for. So motors themselves, you've got 187-pound max thrust on each one of those motors. And those ESCs, they look big because they are big. 350 amp ESCs on the drone. So I've already told you 70-inch carbon fiber. So detachable payloads. This isn't just a sprayer thing. We also can spread with it, and you can look, look at our cargo unit, and I'll show you a little bit more about that now. So those that need aerial transportation solutions, we're catering to that market as well. So it has an auto balancing control, meaning that if you're taking off and you've got 400 pounds swinging underneath that drone, when you bring it to a stop, it will adjust and come back. You don't believe me? 2 weeks ago, we did the soft launch of this product at FIRA. There's videos all over the internet, and you can watch what it was doing. So the other thing, you've got real-time weight, not only on the cargo unit, but you have real-time weight on your spray unit as well. So you can see 38,000 milliamp batteries, 2 of them. And that's what it takes to power this drone for us to be able to spray off that 40-gallon payload at 2 gallons an acre. So a lot of people, we've got a beautiful factory, and there's going to be people out there in the crowd that say, well, I've seen a drone that looks similar to this. You probably will, but the difference is the challenge and test that we put this drone through to make sure that it would stand up to what we require, in the American environment. So you can see we've got battery tests. We've got the drone in a room, running 24/7, testing out the motor reliability. Other things that you're seeing there, that's salt corrosion testing that we do to make sure that the parts will hold up to the crazy stuff that farmers decide to pump through these things. Because Yanni, I'm looking at you, because I know that you're probably the first one that's going to call. So Black Batty Stacked. We'll get back on track here. So there's supposed to be music on this slide too. So Black Batty Stacked. She truly is a game changer in the industry. So our testing shows that she has a huge spray swap. It's going to come in around 50 feet. So that's our first wave of testing. And speaking of testing, I'd like to call some attention to another group of people that have joined us here today. We call them super users. Here at Ceres, we know that everyone's going to question if these drones are as good as we claim that they are. So we're taking a very different approach, in the spirit of transparency. We're putting Black Batty in the hands of our toughest critics, farmers and folks who sell competing drone brands, who don't owe us a thing. Why? Because we want their feedback. We want their results and their experiences to shape our final product along with our public messaging, not some marketing firm or a marketing firm that has never flown a drone before. We would not be able to do this. We would not be able to have this group of super users without the help of one of the great influencers and top researchers in the industry, Steve Lee. All right? So you all can see, we put a little picture of him down there in the corner. Steve was not able to join us today, but do not feel bad for him. I was messaging with him the other night, and he was telling me he is on his way to Australia. It wouldn't be back in the States until December. I promise you all, it's warmer in Australia than it is here in Vermont today. And so we're very grateful for Steve for finding us this group of super users. And we'll pause my presentation. What Steve's doing and what we asked of Steve was find us folks from across the industry that would test our products and give us honest feedback. His first thing was, Josh, they're probably going to give you so much feedback you can't handle. And I said, that's what we need. I started on drones, starting my own custom application business. So the speech won't pause, but I started in this with my own custom application business with my brother. And we bought a drone. That drone sat in our barn, and I think we ended up putting a total of 28 acres on it that first year because it would not do the things that we needed done in southern Illinois where we home. So we wanted, and we put together, with Steve's help, this group of super users for them to test the products, give us that feedback, so that we can make real changes for each one of their environments. We've got folks, that'll be flying in California. We've got folks that'll be flying in Texas, and they're going to use the drones completely different than what I may be doing in southern Illinois. So I'm actually excited. While we're sitting here today, actually 8 minutes ago, Brianna Layfield and the team from AgB did the first public flight with the spray module at the Desert Difference in Arizona. So the drone is out there, it's being used. With that, I'll get back on track here. We're very pleased to announce that our first 20 prototype drones will be delivered to our super users for them to test first. They'll be testing it and telling us what they like, what they would change, and what they want to see from us on future models. You'll hear from these super users directly because we don't filter their content. You'll also get to hear from Steve over the coming weeks. Plus, I look forward to getting to travel the country to work with these individuals so that all of us can learn from their experiences and I'll be able to share it with you. Black Betty will officially be available to order later today, which gives me the opportunity to announce our first U.S. distributor, Raptor Dynamic. The team at Raptor has been very insightful on our journey to bring you this product. We're pleased to be working with them on the launch of the drone, and while we do have a few other announcements to make soon about other distributors, we are very grateful for Raptor for stepping up at this time with enthusiasm. Now, you're all probably wondering what this is going to cost. $80K? No. You all can see today that we're launching Black Betty at $57,998. That's not just the drone. That's along with 6 batteries and 2 chargers. So, continuing with our transparency, we want you to know that we will not be delivering any of our drones to end users or customers until late Q1. We originally were going to start them in January because the team here at ImageTek was begging us to get started, and honestly, I know that we have a badass drone. Our engineers politely pointed out to us that if we are truly committed to listening to our super users and making changes, they actually need some time to do that. So we pushed our delivery at least to about 45 days later than we originally planned. Now let me circle back to where I started this conversation. This is to every company out there playing dress up with the American-made flag. We want you to know that Ceres is here, earning our stripes, and we're proud of our progress. What I know is farmers don't need another jingle. They need a tool that works, data that stays theirs, and a company that doesn't treat them like idiots. That's Ceres Air, not American-made, but American-owned, American designed. That's Ceres Air, not American-made yet, but American-owned, American-designed, American accountable to our customers and the folks right here in Springfield. So today, we launch at 30%. So by the time that you break your combines out in 2027, we plan on being at 70%. And when that scoreboard finally reads 100%, it will not be a marketing ploy, it will be a fact. We urge you to follow us on your choice of social media platform. I've got our codes posted here. You can break out your phones now, or I will put them up, again, on the final slide. So here at Ceres, we're earning our stripes. We're earning them the right way, because American craftsmanship, American manufacturing, creating real American jobs. Creating real American jobs takes time, not slowness. Today, we're not just launching a drone, we're launching a movement, one honest part at a time. With that, I thank all of you, and God bless America.
I've been with ImageTek for about a year now. I came on at the transition, and I came on because of the aspects of growth.
That's great. We hear you're going to employ another 50 people in the next little bit.
A lot more than that. A lot more than that. When I started 1 year ago, we had about 35 people. Now we're over 50. A year from now, it's going to grow exponentially.
Very exciting.
Again, we've got 3 times the space here. We have to fill it, and we have a great workforce here in Springfield.
We know.
Yes, we do. I'm getting hacked. Okay, let's take a tour. So here to your left here, this is the start of our assembly line here. This is going to be a progressive build. So we are going to take the bases that are going to be coming in, and we're going to build up the bases throughout until we have a finished drone. We are supplying circuit boards to this right now. In the future, we're going to be doing a lot more with circuit boards, but we're also providing the final assembly. Okay, so this factory, a lot of this factory is laid out specifically for this product here, including the fact that we built a full indoor test station. Test room that we're going to see down the way. We've been here for about 8 weeks now, so everything you see in here we've put together in the last 8 weeks. As mentioned in the speeches, we've done the floors, the walls, the ventilation, the pneumatics, the central compressors. It's been a tireless effort for a lot of people to put this factory together. This factory was in a little bit of a rough shape. Right now we've got a very nice, clean, modern factory that's only going to grow. I mentioned that we are investing in people and equipment. We have a lot more equipment that's due to arrive before the end of the year. So we are going to be a lot more competitive and a lot more efficient than we even are today. We're a profitable company. We're a growing company. We're going to be more profitable, and we're going to grow faster. And please, if there's any questions along the way, do not be shy. Let's keep this very informal. The floors that we're walking on right now, these floors have all been ground to ensure that we've got the proper ESD properties that we're looking for. We're a circuit board manufacturer. Electrostatic discharge is very important. We cannot damage boards by touching them. So as a result, this floor here has the ESD properties that we need. So we've got a big ESD. So we're going to stay within the aisles so we don't go too close to the circuit boards, because our own internal energy can actually damage the boards. This room you see here is brand new. This is how we're going to be testing our drones indoors. There's going to be a lot of flying outside, but we can walk in here and see what the internal test looks like. To put it in perspective, the floor that I'm standing on right now was the floor that was across the entire factory. So you can see a very good before and after here. We didn't have time to redo this floor because we had to build this room so quickly. So this floor will be painted. It's got a great echo in here as well. But we're going to be testing the drones, and we're actually going to be flying them within this room. So, and again, you can see the before and after on the floor. This is what a very highly polished round concrete floor looks like.
Are people standing on this? Is this good to stand on all day when you're working?
What kind of floor would you like to stand on?
Cork.
What's it?
Cork.
Cork?
Cork. C-O-R-K.
Oh.
I mean, how is this for people who are standing?
Well, we have mats for people.
Okay.
People stand on mats, yes. So we have ESD mats that go on the floor as well. This here is our SMT line. So this is the start of our process. SMT stands for Surface Mount Technology. What we do here is we take the raw boards and we populate them with all the components that go on the boards. Okay, so all those tiny little components, that go on the circuit boards happen right here. This happens all automatically, it's all automated. All these reels here are all the tiny components. Thank you. On these reels here are the tiny components that actually get populated on the boards. So these machines essentially pick in place precisely all the components that make up a circuit board. It starts down here where we've got our soldering machine here, and we provide solder to the X board. It goes through here, it gets populated, then it goes through the oven here to essentially be cured and baked. So what comes out of here is a finished circuit board. We can take a look over here. And without touching, you can see some examples here of a few components that go on this board. This is a very basic board. We do very complex boards here as well. But the machinery is very precise. This is one of the machines that's going to be upgraded by the end of the year. So we are getting a new machine coming in sometime in December that's going to allow us to do far more complex boards at a greater rate. And this is going to allow us to be more competitive and look at new customers beyond what we currently have. And we'll see some better examples on the tour.
Is this a finished one?
That is not finished, no. I'll show you some finished ones over here. These here are some examples. These are the boards that we're going to be doing here that go into the Ceres drone. Okay, so these are the flight boards here. These are very complex boards. These two boards are the same, they're just double-sided. This is the top, that's the bottom. This is the main control board right here. This is the power board. This is what's going to be manufactured here in Springfield, Vermont. And again, with the new equipment coming in, we'll have the ability to do the fine detail that you see in these boards here. Again, all automated. Not only can we do the fine detail, but we're also investing in a lot of test equipment and inspection equipment that's going to let us know that these boards are made properly.
How long does it take to make a board start to finish, one of these?
One of these? It'd take a minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. It's when the machine's running, it was running earlier. When the machine's running, it's very fast. It's really impressive to watch. It's almost mesmerizing.
So this is the brains of the drone?
Yes.
So the brains of the drone are manufactured here?
Yes.
And then all the arms and bits, the additional bits, we'll assemble here too?
That is correct.
So you'll have the finished product shipped for people?
Correct. Yes. Yep. And that's the start. And as we grow, we're going to be doing more of the manufacturing of the other stuff outside of the boards and the labels and some of the other stuff that we're going to provide.
So that's where we began. What goes around comes around.
Absolutely. Over here, we've got some more examples of the boards that are coming off the SMT line here. This is one of our longtime customers. So we do circuit boards for other customers, not just Ceres. This is one of our longtime customers here. What you see here is actually 6 boards. You can come around. You can see 6 boards on one panel here. So this will get cut. And for efficiency's sake, we're going to populate 6 at once and then cut them down the road. Okay. And again, this is all coming off the SMT. What happens here, then it goes to assembly. So this is being assembled right here. So what's happening here is that we've got this machine that's allowing for through-hole assembly. So everything over here is automatically surface mount, and this is put in with our operators, and they put some of the larger components into the board. The machine presents the component to the operator, and then also shows the operator where to put it. So it's a very, very high-tech machine. And then what's happening underneath the board is that the leads for the components are being cut and bent over. So they're sort of essentially encapsulated in the board. Then it has to go through a secondary soldering process that happens over there that's not running currently. So there's a fair amount of manual assembly that goes along as well. With the new equipment that's coming, we're targeting some less manual, more automated assembly, high volume stuff, 200, 300,000 boards a month type of volumes coming off the new equipment that's coming.
How many boards a day can a person who's operating this machine?
This machine
produce?
here, typically they can do upwards of 300 or 400 boards a day.
This woman can do that?
Well, we do have three stations. Three stations essentially do the same thing. So one of our customers has a requirement of 700 a week. Usually takes 2 or 3 days on this operation to get that many out. And then they go down the line, which we'll see in a minute, where we actually put on some of the cables and wires that we do here as well. So ImageTek also makes wire and cable assemblies, which will be going into the drone as well. So down here is where we have our soldering station. So we do a lot of automated soldering here at ImageTek. We also do manual soldering. So our skilled operators here are going through and they're picking and placing some of the larger components and they're soldering them into the boards. And a lot of the wires that you see here, well, all the wires you see here, we make here at ImageTek. So for instance, we have this populated right here, the yellow, the orange, the brown, and the black wires with the connectors inside. That's all done here. We also do more complex cable harness assemblies. For this application, though, the wiring is pretty simple. All the wires get soldered in by hand. The larger components get soldered in by hand as well. To my left here, we have the wire and cable assembly stations. Currently, they're not being produced, but that's a big part of our business here. And a lot of our investment is going into this area as well.
How long does it take to train some of these operators?
It varies on the process, but we have a very good mentoring system here at ImageTek, and we also have one of our new engineers just got IPC training certified. So IPC is a standard for circuit boards and for wire and harness.
Stands for?
I don't know, to be honest with you. So he just got trained as a trainer. So he's going to be providing further training. So we hired a new engineer specifically for our SMT and circuit board assembly. And over here, what we have is we have our, this is our OEM section. So we produce actually printers here under the ImageTek name that both print and laminate labels. This is typically used in industrial applications. The laminations used as paint masks or just for durability. But these will get sold to a lot of automotive applications, a lot of heavy industrial truck applications, fork trucks, Toyota fork trucks, Raymond fork trucks are one of our biggest customers, and this gets used in the durable applications. So they can print the label and it's got the laminate on it for durability. Any questions so far? So that pretty much concludes our tour here. One of the things you'll notice is we have a turnstile here, and this is going to be operational next week. This is going to allow to ensure that our ESD is being followed. Operators are going to test into the area to make sure they're properly grounded, and that turnstile will allow them to enter the area. So we are ensuring that we've got the ESD compliance and the ESD controls that we're looking for. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. This was terrific.
Responded very well.
Next year, and you've got it all there.
Yes, sir.
Just plug and go.
Correct.
How long does it take to map?
It depends on the complexity of the field, but it can be pretty quick. There's a lot of different methods to map it. You can import files from other software. You can use a tractor to map. You can set points on a map. You can even fly the drone, fly the boundary manually. There's a lot of different ways.
You don't use Google Maps, huh?
Sometimes we do, and they're not always accurate. So
Probably not.
you got to be careful. Yeah. All right. All right, guys.
This is how you drive deer.
I see it. Pause.
So Simon paused the flight while that truck drove by for safety. And well, now we turned on our headlights. There we go.
Oh, yeah. That's a UFO.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say.
Uh-huh.
Actually, about 25 people. We're still only running at 35 minutes left.
Yep.
Otherwise, those flights are only 30 seconds long.
The aircraft will operate in winds that would be much more extreme than what would be appropriate to spray pesticides in. So this aircraft would be fine up to probably 30-ish miles an hour. But most pesticide labels will limit you out way lower
Sure,
than that.
that makes
So these are kind
sense.
of over-geared in those
Yeah.
extreme
So
situations.
the limit is the spray process. as opposed
Yeah,
to-
yeah, correct, you got it. Yes, sir.
Simon, how fast is trying to fly? It's going 40.
He's at, there's about a 25-foot drop that's there. It's following it pretty well at that height. And I think he's at 50 foot. I think is what he's got it set at right now, 50 foot above ground. I don't know what the spec is for its accuracy. It's just really high. Otherwise, when we did it lower earlier, you couldn't see it dip down. Yeah. Well done. Great. Thank you, Simon. So at the end of a mission, either in the case where the drone is out of pesticides, the tank is empty, or if it's low on batteries, in any of those cases, the drone will stop where it was working,
automatically return, land itself, and shut itself off. Then the pilot's job is to go out there, refill the tank, swap the batteries, hits a button on the remote, goes right back to where it left off, and continues the mission.
I thought that was a helper.
Do they usually fly that high?
Also, that's the helper's job. That's right.
Do they fly that high or lower?
No. At 200 microns. Yep.
Hey Brian, what about the LiDAR and obstacle avoidance?
Yeah.
At what speed does it start to, like if you're on a P150, let's say above 30 miles an hour, you're
Yeah.
taking a risk. Like how does that apply?
I don't know the answer to that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be some kind of maximum speed where it's saying beyond this, I can't accurately predict obstacles. I don't know what that number is yet. Yeah. Unmute. 1 sec. Thanks for being with us live, everyone. Thanks for watching. I know there were some technical issues. Thanks for hanging on through that. We had some feedback because someone was live streaming while you were live streaming and there's some echo. Anyway, thanks for joining us. This video will be saved wherever you're watching it and you can review it anytime. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, what other questions do y'all have?
Are you going up again?
Are you flying again?
Good old Allison.